Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to do some work on the motor. I'm going to do some more work on the car. I'm going to cut the doors open. I'm going to notch my frame for the lights as you saw in the last video. And I got to stretch the frame. So make sure you stay tuned. Okay guys, so I've kind of ran into a problem. I'm detailing this engine, and that's not the problem. And if you want these types of pulleys and stuff, make sure you check out Off the Sprue. He's got a lot of wicked turned aluminum pulleys and sets and distributors and fuel pumps, all kinds of stuff, even some 3D printed wheels and tires. I'll leave a link down in the description for you. But by me putting these pulleys on, kind of made the engine a little too long. So put that there where it's supposed to be, like that. Now if you come back to the top, look at where the engine's sitting, right on that cross member. And as you can see, right here, the engine is not touching the engine mount. So I'm going to have to stretch this frame. So I've taken some styrene. I've already taken up some measurements. I cut a little piece, to match the, thickness of the frame and stuff like that. So everything is the right way. Took some measurements. And basically I'm going to stretch the frame 3 inches. So I'm going to cut the frame probably right here on this spot on both sides. And then on these pieces that I made, I'll cut out this piece right here, and that will get glued in on both sides. So I've got a piece for both sides. So that's what's going to happen with that. Then on the back, I haven't marked it out yet, but I've got to mark out where my red lights are going to go. And I got to notch that frame. And then I've got to take a strip of styrene and go across the back to strengthen this up, because like I said in the last video, there's not going to be much left of this back piece of frame. So I'm going to do that. And on top of that, I'm going to take some thin styrene sheet and box in the lights so you don't see them. I'm going to try and figure out where to run some brass piping, okay, somewhere along the frame here, or maybe underneath the body, so that I can run the wires from my lights to wherever they're going to go, which I have not figured out yet. It'll end up something like this. Here's the headlights as you saw last time. I got them wired up, and I just slid them inside of a brass tube for now. All right, and then we're going to get to the doors in this video, I hope. So I'll shave off these 3 hinges, and the top one's already gone, but shave off these last 2. Pull the inside out because it's not glued in, right? It's just sitting there. Then I can start to cut this door out, both of them. Now, once I get those cut out, then I can start doing up the body work along the side and everything along the back. That should be all of the modifications I need to do on the body. We'll make some hinges. We'll glue on the inner pieces for the doors. So I'm going to clean up a little bit here, and I'll be right back. And while I'm cleaning up, I'll figure out where I'm going to start. See you in a second. Okay guys, I've decided to stretch the frame first so that we can get that stretched, glued together, and hardened as good as we can. We'll probably work on something else after I get that glued together. Then from there, as you can see here, I've got the taillights marked out where they're going to go. So I'm thinking I'm just going to cut it off there and just put a piece straight across. But I want to get it out of the way first. I've got the lights trimmed as much as I'm going to get them trimmed right now. Hold them in. As you can see, I can file them down afterwards. So I left them sticking out just a little bit. But I can't really glue them in yet, because if I glue them in, I can't get this bottom piece off, because it won't come out like this. I actually have to lift the back out and slide it out in a curving motion. And if these are in the way, I can't. if they're glued down to the floor, well, they're locked in there. I got to go forward and then out. It's not going to work. So these will have to be put in after. I will make boxes or whatever I'm going to do here to be able to hide the lights and the wiring. But I'll leave that separate so that I can glue the lights in after the floor is put in. Then I can glue that box cover piece on, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to run a bit of a time lapse here of me cutting this off. I got my other pieces here ready to go. Zoom in a little bit for you, and I'll try to stay in frame while I'm doing this. But I got everything measured out. I got my measurements from here to here so that I can make sure that they're exactly equal stretch. So let's get to it. Enjoy the music. Okay guys, well, as you saw, I cut the frame, cut my pieces that I needed, remeasured to make sure that they were the right length, glued them on, but the frame was trying to squeeze itself in, so I cut just a little spacer to temporarily put in there to make sure everything sits at the right length and right size. Everything's sitting in the right place. So I'm going to let that cure, and while that's curing, what I'm going to do is take these out, pop this out. Now, see how I have to do this? I gotta push this down. So if the lights were there, I couldn't do that. Okay guys, so I've scribed across the top. I'll clean that up once it's all cut off. I did both sides. So now I'm going to use the saw and start cutting these doors out. Hopefully not too much breaks. So I'm going to get doing this and enjoy the time lapse. Okay guys, well, as you saw, and this will probably happen to you too, I don't hide nothing. Nothing goes as it goes. Other YouTubers may hide their mistakes or failures or problems. Not me. You get to see it. So I've cut the doors out, and this side held up pretty good. This side did come free. I'll show you here. It did come free, so I'll have to glue that. Not a big deal, but the cut went well as it can be, I guess. Now, the passenger door, no, driver's door. Yeah, driver's door. Top half of the door, roof, whatever, has come off. Not a big deal. I can glue that back on, so that should be good enough. Now the passenger door, top came off, as you saw. And then the lower portion of the roof part also come off of the door. So I can easily glue all that back together. Nothing actually broke. It's just for some reason this styrene does not like taking glue, because I've had to re-glue this 3 times already. It just doesn't want to stay. So that's where we're at. Now, as you've seen, I've cut these things out. Not sure which side's which at the moment. This is right. Right is passenger. So that would be this door. So that will get glued onto there. And I'll trim it up so it fits nice and works proper. And once that's glued on, and I can make some hinges for it. And then, like I said before, these doors are supposed to normally open this way. Now they're actually going to open this way. So I'm going to clean up a few things. I'm going to glue this stuff back together. And once I got that, I'll be back, and we'll get to doing something else. See you in a second. Okay, guys. So as you can see, I got a lot going on here. But once again, I've recorded too much. So in the next video, you're going to get to see me do up these doors, some aluminum panels, show you the steering wheel I made, door hinges, track bars, and a few other things I'm going to get done. So if you like what's going on here, make sure to smash that like button. Definitely hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see more, hit that bell button. You'll get notified. And if you want, give me a follow on my Facebook group, and my Instagram. And if you feel like you want to try and help me out, I do have a PayPal me down in the description. Go check it all out. Have a good time. And until next time, later.